Do you guys understand why this Brooklyn Nets team beat the Denver Nuggets? Defense. They were basically playing four guys on Nikola Jokic while still being able to guard everyone else. The switchability, Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith. All right. This was a great game. First off, I thought the Nuggets were going to somehow come back, but no. Nic Claxton, Bridges. All right, Bridges at the end of the game. Royce O'Neal, baby. All right, Joe Harrison with some shots. Same thing with Steph Curry. A little bit of Nerlens Noel out there. But Spencer Dinwiddie, Nic Claxton, Mikal Bridges, baby, 25 again. 14 from Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith. The boys did what they needed to do. They had 17 three-pointers tonight. And yes, I know. The Nuggets still shot 50% from the field, 38% from three. But this game where the Nets were out-rebounded 28, all right, to 49. That's absurd. They still won this game. Why? Because they were able to limit the opponent. And they didn't even get, as many shots off. They were hitting their three-point shots, and it was defense, okay? They made life difficult against Nikola Jokic, even though Nikola Jokic had a triple-double. In the fourth quarter, when the game mattered. Also, the Brooklyn Nets have won 5 of their last 6. So, there's that. Dorian Finney-Smith, Nic Claxton, and Spencer Dinwiddie all had great games. 20 points for Claxton, 15 each for Finney-Smith. But this was a game where even Michael Porter Jr. had 23. But what was happening was Brooklyn fought back to take an 80-77 lead midway through the third quarter, and they kept that. Where in the fourth it was like 98-87, and we thought they were gonna pull away, and yeah, they almost squandered that lead where it was 109-94 when I look back at the game. But at the end of the game, all right, the way that they played defense tonight, they were able to be there. And I know this is the 10th consecutive game without Ben Simmons, but they were able to make life hell for Jokic in the final 5 minutes of the game. And I think that says a lot for this team. Okay, and I'm trying to pull up the defensive rating last 6 games. And because I think this is actually a good stat to put right here. The defensive rating is 107 over the Brooklyn Nets last 7 games. Or 6 games, my apology. Last 6 games, they've been 107 defensive ratings. That's a pretty decent defensive rating. Now, their last 5, it's been 108. Their last 3 games, if we go over, not as great. Last 2 games, their defensive rating hasn't been impeccable, but their last 10 games. All right, the stats, they've been good defensively. Not every single game, but this team can play good defense because it's two-way ability. It was crazy. I thought it was a fun game to watch, and I think that the defense, how they just attack and are able to suffocate, enforce the Nuggets to try to beat them with anyone not named Nikola Jokic. And I thought that was the most impressive part about all of this. So this is where I want to hear your opinions down below. What do you guys think of this game? Are you guys in the same opinion as me that this was a game that, my God, was it a freaking fight? We were watching ourselves a game where it felt like we were watching people fight to the death. And hey, don't get me wrong, I loved every second of it, baby. It was good. It felt like playoff basketball is what I had to say. Okay, where anybody could come back, and it goes back to the thing that I'm saying, that this is a team that, guys, you gotta actually take them serious. They're 5th in the East, all right, and being able to overcome a game where they're 39-29, they've won 5 of the last 6 with one tough loss against Milwaukee where they rested most of their lineup. They're just growing, and I think, being able to overcome the West leaders, the MVP, a double-digit deficit, and playing in mile-high altitude, this is just going to show, even against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NBA, this is a team that people need to be scared of. the Nets. They're capable of pulling up these upsets, which in my opinion might be the most frightening thing about this is they can beat you on any given Sunday. I love that movie. Have you guys seen that movie? If you haven't, go watch it now. All right, I'm serious. Go watch that movie because it's like really good. But let me hear your opinions down below if there was anything I might have missed. I do think it's definitely an interesting game, and one that with time I think we'll be able to see what ends up happening. Peace out.